I mean, again, he doesn't know who Gabriel is, right? Because he didn't come from an Abrahamic faith. The people of Mecca were pagan.
Quran is mentioned, if this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
That we believe without understanding.
The brother asked a very important question, that most of the scholars say that listening to music, watching movies, and most of the television programs, they're haram. So how can we have fun? Let me tell you, brother, at the outset, that having fun is permitted in Islam as long as the fun is halal fun.
That the standard narrative has holes in it.
The Prophet tells us because Satan or the devil sleeps over our nostrils. Those who oversleep and not pray Fajr on time, Satan urinates in their ears.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah, the future king of Israel. I mean, that is, after all, why they crucified him.
Hello everyone, and peace of Christ all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. I know that many people are here because we don't really schedule time and we don't give you enough time to know that we are here. And usually YouTube don't send notification for our channel. But it's okay. No, what is important is we deliver our message and later people download it and share it. As you see the title saying, Join Allah Community 7 Days Free Trial. Somebody sent me an email saying to me, you should create a community and use your knowledge, to teach. In the same time you increase your income. And you can give people free 7-day free trial. And he mentioned the name of somebody, but I'm not going to say. And I said to him, okay, I'm going to go, I will listen to your advice and I will make a live stream about it. I don't know if he's listening now or not. You know, people look like we are having Netflix here or Amazon movie. And we will give you 7 days trial. If you like our service, you continue. And if you bring somebody, we'll give you a discount. No, I mean, people are really funny and really weird. I understand that people like to make money. And money is, for sure, is needed for everything we do in life. But why people, they give me donation in Patreon then? I mean, the one who can help, they can help. The one who cannot, what we will do with them? We tell them get lost. I find it very, very un-Christian to ask me to do such a thing. I'm not doing business. And I am here for the poor before the rich. Even though those who have, they can afford to help, they help. But they help not because they are rich or poor. They help because they knew that this is a good thing to do. But we will not do a 7-day trial, and we will not do business, and we will not teach the one who have money, and we will ignore the poor. That is not a Christian, like behavior. We know that Muhammad, in order to get himself to be in the position he become in, he married a woman, she is 15 years older. Some they say 20, depend. When you lose your ethic, everything is for sale. And Muhammad, he was no better. He married a woman, she is way older, and all of us, we knew that Muhammad, he liked young children. So for the sake of the money, you know, we know the story when Muhammad, he asked his companion, his name is Jabir, why you don't marry a child so you can play with her and she can play with you. So Muhammad, he sacrificed his desire for the sake of the money. Gold is what people seek. I'm not here to do business. And most of my life work, I did not receive even a penny. This was new. In the year 2012, I thought maybe we can make a TV station, and nobody support us, so it was a failure. You know, very few people, they were interested to support. Otherwise, I never really thought about even collecting donation, even though it's really needed. But this is not why we are here. So if there's a donation or there's no donation, we will be here. If people help or not help, I will be here. If the one who listen, they are poor or rich, I will be here. It doesn't matter really. And I will never change the way I do things. And this is a promise from me. See, people, they can give excuses to collect money. Yes, life is not for free. But, you know, there is the Lord is providing. And as long as the Lord is providing, what we need more. You will take nothing with you extra to the grave. So don't be greedy and don't seek more. Otherwise, you will lose a lot. So this is my answer for the person who asked me to do this 7 days trial community. I'm not doing business, my friend. And always I will do my videos for free and my help for free. I speak to people for free, in private, in public, all for free. And it will never change. You always be careful, because Satan, he will love to deceive you and he will love to use you. When your mission became about money, you will lose everything, you know. See, all the disciples of Jesus, and they are the best of us, they used to work, you know. Paul, he used to make tents. So they work, and for sure, like Christian, they support them, but they did not make demand that I will not teach in your church unless you pay me first, unless you give me money. People who do this, they are not serving the Lord. They are just doing business. If people want to help, okay, from their good, they can help. But if not, if you are a believer, the Lord will provide you. The Lord will provide you. If you put money first before your mission, it means you are just doing money. You are not working for your mission. Money is coming first. So that will never change, and I hope my message is clear. And I want just to have a little conversation with you guys, nothing really. We don't have much of a topic. As I see, this email was very irritating for me. I don't know what this person think of me. Very bad. That's very bad. Yeah. Anyway, you know, the majority of people are poor. People, they cannot afford this day to buy a sandwich. People, they cannot afford even to, you know, to do anything. I mean, life is becoming so expensive. I'm a person who by myself, I don't have children, I don't have wife, and life is really expensive. I mean, last year, the $100, it make way more, like you can do more shopping, way more shopping than what we have today, thanks to the stupid president of this country. So, you know, why we think always about how we can accomplish, how our mission becomes just about money. You know, you go even churches, you will see that a person, he will not do a speech in a church. he negotiate first. The same as the Muslims, you know, Muslims, and there's many Christian and Muslim, they do the same. You will see an ustad, or those mimi hijab, and those supposedly they became ustads now, but they are just a junk of Islam. They will not go to somewhere unless you get them a 5-star hotel, and you know, how much you will pay me. They have a debate with David Wood right away after 2 seconds. Brother, sister, you know, donate for us. We are the ones standing for Islam. After not even an hour from the debate, he started crying out, asking for donation, because this is their golden opportunity to get rich. And actually, we know that David Wood, whatever he touch, he make it into gold. And I'm talking about Muslims. He is the one who make them rich, because always he come with a funny debate. So those are Muslims and we are Christians. We are different. Muhammad is a prophet of money. The God of Muhammad, even he asked for borrowing money, and the return of the money will pay back to you in heaven. Have you ever heard of a God asking for mortgage? Why? Aren't you God? Muhammad is making business, and he used God as all cult leaders. And cult leaders, by the way, not necessarily they are from Muslim, you know. They can be, somebody claim to be Christians. I don't know, this website is not working now. I don't know what's wrong with it. Yeah. If you go to chapter 2, verse number 245, you will see it says, who wanna give Allah a goodly loan? Chapter 57, verse number 11, it says, man, who is the one can give Allah a good loan, and Allah will double it for him. Here it is one double, here it's many doubles. And ask yourself, what kind of God he need a mortgage, and he will pay you back in heaven? You know, I mean, isn't it obvious it's a scam? Or isn't it this God who created gold and silver? Why he is begging for money? In chapter 67, verse number 17, 64, verse number 17, you see, I keep, okay, now it's working, thank God, finally. If you lend to Allah a goodly loan, i.e. spent for the cause of Allah, and who is the one who will take the money? Muhammad. So always I want to warn you that all liars, all cult leaders, they want two things: your money and your women. You will find that all corruption of any religious institute, this doesn't matter what it is, you know, even if it's Christian or Muslims or Hindus or anything. Always the corruption have to come from two doors: money and sex. Those two things men are enslaved to, which means they are slaves to money and slave to sex. And when a person he becomes famous, he feels that he is powerful, and he like to take advantage, because, you know, now he reached the top, let us say, where he can demand things. He can demand money, he can demand service, he can demand special treatment, because now he reached the point where he is in control. The second you see that, this person is a fraud. You see, right now, it's late night here in my place. What I will lose if I go online and I answer some Christians about their questions, regardless of anything. Let us say there's nobody making donation. I mean, what I will lose? What exactly I sacrifice? Now, for sure, in my case, I stay for many hours. I stay sometime even, you know, I do more than one broadcast. One is 6 hours, the other one 3 hours, the other one 2 hours. You know, total like 13, 14 hours within 24 hours or 48 hours. That is extreme. But let us say I'm a person who make videos for 15 minutes or half hour. Why exactly I demand people to pay me in order to make that video? That is not right. Muhammad, his way is known, that he tempt his followers to pay him not because they are good, and not because he is good, but because what they will get in return. You see, it's an investment. It's in front of you. So their greed is their religion. Their greed. So the greedy one, he says, oh, okay, let me give Muhammad now, you know, I will give him $1,000 and Muhammad will make it for me $1 million in heaven. So even when they give, not because they are good, but because they are evil. Do you understand me? Not because they are good. You see, why Allah telling them, I will double it for you? He is using their greed. Can a person give without expectation of return? A good person, he do that. If you give me money and the expectation I will double it for you, doesn't mean that you are good at all. That means you are bad. Do you understand? A good person, you don't give a sandwich for somebody he is homeless, hoping that he will do something back to you. What exactly he will do? What do you want? Now Allah is God, supposedly. And this God, he is asking them to spend money, and for sure they will give it to Muhammad, and Allah will double it for them. Why a Muslim, he want money to be doubled for him? And how you can double money for him? And as long you are good in doubling, why you are asking for it? And as long the person is giving it to you, not because he is interested to help you, but now he is interested to double it. All cult leaders, they are the same. My friend, there is nothing is called deception of Allah variant number 2. There is Quran and science on depth. That is variant 2. So we have different name. So you might be confused thinking that variant number 1, that's mean there's variant number 2. So it should be variant number 2, but I changed the name because it's focused in science. So you need to search for Quran and science on depth. That is deception of Allah variant number 2. You know, the Lord, he says, from their fruit you shall know them. And here in this case, a person is making donation, he don't have a fruit. That is not a fruit. That is an expectation of an investment. Actually, the Quran did not hesitate for a second to call Islam as a trade. If we search for the word tijara, you will see the word tijara is all over the Quran. Tijara. Muhammad, he said to them, can I lead you to a tijara, which is a very great investment? Chapter 61, verse number 10. Tijara. You know what tijara? The translation here says commerce. Tijara is you buying some stuff, and then you sell it again, and then you made some money from reselling the product. That is tijara. Tijara is not someone who made the product. Someone, he bought it and he resold it. And he add extra price to the price he bought it with. This is what tijara is. So how in the world God and guidance become a tijara? Because this is the nature of Islam. Islam is a business. Why Muslims believe in Allah? Because he will give them gold and silver, and he will double their money, and he will give them a lot of sex, boys, wine. So it's not the belief, it is the buffet. It's not because they believe. They believe in the buffet. They don't believe in Allah. Their expectation is the buffet. And that's why if we take the buffet out, how many Muslims will be believing in Islam? How many person will do, like explode himself for the sake of Allah? Nobody. But they are desperate to go, because what this life here, most of them, they will do that. You know, they are desperate, they are poor, they have no money. Like you see Osama bin Laden, his men, they go to die, and he stay in the back. Why you don't do what your money, you know, why your son don't do what they do too? Why don't send your son to die with them? Why his son don't put himself in a car and explode himself? And those are the rich. Those are doing business, drugs, etc. And they use religion as a cover-up for their business. But the real believers is the one who give his life to get what? To get the buffet. To get the girls. The women with the big boobs. Osama bin Laden is so smart. You know that this is false. This is why he is not doing it. Otherwise, he will be the first to go. Aren't they seeking to be murdered? Go for it. He will not do that. He hid for many, many years when he had the opportunity every day to be murdered for the sake of Allah. But they will not do it. So the naive ones is the one who do such a thing. It's different from riba. Riba, the word riba is coming from the interest, like interest you take from a bank. But you know, the Muslim always, they have, they play games to go around things. So as an example, in Islamic banks, they, if you put your money in the bank, they say, we don't give you interest. We give you return. So they change just the name, you know. So it's a fraud. This is the nation of frauds. Everything is a fraud. They just change the name. Like prostitution, we don't do prostitution. Haram. So what we do? What we do? We do one night stand. We do zawaj a friend. We don't do mut'ah no more. So what we do? So they just change the name. Do you remember the video of Mimi Hijab? And the sheikh, his name is Abu Khadija. Mimi Hijab was saying to Abu Khadija, he is a very well-known sheikh, Muslim Sunni, that you Muslim Sunni, you marry for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I can find you the video. Let me see, you know. Looking for the video. Yeah. Let us see. This is Muhammad Hijab. He is saying the truth. Muslims, you know, Islam is an opportunity to be a loser, to be a sexual predator, and to, you know, this is God. This is God teaching. You know, God told them you can marry as many as you want. Yeah, it's in the front of you.
All you're happy to do, you and your friends, yeah, is acquiesce to the fact that you guys are going around, yeah, marrying people for 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 5 minutes and 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be.
Did you hear it? They marry Muslim, they marry Muslims, Muslim men, they marry Muslim girls or women for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 hours maybe. This is what they do.
All you're happy to do, you and your friends, yeah, is acquiesce to the fact that you guys are going around, yeah, marrying people for 2 minutes and 3 minutes and 5 minutes and 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it may be.
Salafis are always accused marriage and divorce, marriage and divorce, marriage. So is there any sunnah for this? Is there any evidence for this? كذابين, by the way, ikhwan. Yani that is one of the most one of the most evil statements that is made against the people of Sunnah. Anyone who's familiar with the other communities will know that the affair of divorce among them is far, far more disproportionate than among the people of Sunnah. But it is us who are highlighted, that is it. And that is the manner of those who fight against the people of Sunnah, da'iman wa abadan. They will look for any excuse to highlight the people of Sunnah as evildoers. Apparently, our brothers at SP, there is someone among them has married 60 times apparently.
You know, here you see the hypocrisy of two Muslim sides making fun of each other. Well, isn't it Muhammad, he married an unlimited number of women? So why you deny? Isn't it your right to marry as many as you wish? What happened now? I mean, isn't it this is your religion? You can divorce as much you want. You can remarry. You can divorce. You can even divorce the same woman 3 times, 4 times. And then you can, 3 times. And then after, if she to go back to you, she have to go and sleep with someone else. That is the truth. And this is in the Quran. And you ask a Muslim, why this rule exists, that if a man, he divorces his wife 3 times, she have to sleep with somebody else before she come back to him. He will say to you, this is a punishment for him because he make a divorce as a game. Well, the one who make it as a game is Allah. Why Allah allow him to do it? And now the woman, she got divorced, but she, excuse my language, she is the one to be effed, not him. What he lost? What exactly lost? Nothing. So what kind of justice this justice is? The woman, mostly, she want to go back to her kids, not to the husband, because obviously he is not good. But if you divorce her 3 times, she cannot come back to you unless she sleep with the new Abdul. What the heck is that? It is a sexual religion. Very stupid rules. And now he marry her again, and he divorced her 3 times. She have to F another one. It's a joke. You read that verse, it's in the front of you. This is a chapter of the Hindu, chapter 2, Al-Baqarah, the cow, verse number 230. So as you see, Islam focus in sex, money, business. And the free trial is limited. There's no free trial actually, because everything is a promise in heaven. For now, you can try some Muslims, but you have to spend money in order to try them. Islam is religion of try. You can try the women. You can marry her, you know, for a day. You don't like her, you can send her back. Give her the money. Go. Bye-bye. It's over. There's no limit. There's no limit in Islam how many times or how long you marry anyone. This is the truth. Somebody saying, I'm a Muslim from Palestine, which means from Israel. There's nothing called Palestine. I love Jesus, I dreamed of him, and I'm just scared to change. Okay, don't change then. Stay where you are. Get the versions. Anyone have a question? Can you talk about alcohol in Islam? First of all, in Islam, the alcohol, you know, see, Muhammad almost is dead, and yet he did not forbid alcohol. He said, the Quran said, now Muslim in the hadith, they will say to you, Allah cursed the one who make it, who buy it, who sell it. But look what the Quran says. اجتنبوا. Ijtanibu mean avoid it. Does not mean haram. It says it's a sin, but doesn't say it is haram. You see, haram, forbidden, is something will bring you a capital punishment. like, you know, fornication as an example. If you kiss a woman, if you touch her private part, in Islam, this is called al-lamam. It's okay. There's no punishment for it. There's no punishment. Actually, if you marry your mother in Islam, even though it says haram in the Quran, there's no punishment in Islam if you sleep with your mother, or even your sister, or even your daughter, or even your aunt, or even your grandmother, and I can show the reference. There's no punishment. Even the one it says haram, which means it's forbidden. What is the excuse? Well, he married her. He married her. How you can marry? How you can marry your mother? So Islam is a very weird religion. What is fornication? Fornication is having sexual relationship, you know, with this is the traditional meaning, with someone is not lawful for you, especially like if you are married, you know, like a cheater, you know. But fornication is having a partner is not your wife or not your husband. As simple as that. But in, you know, like in the biblical meaning, fornication is any sin which is against God teaching. As an example, in the Old Testament we see it says that the earth committed fornication, the earth. But we know that earth don't have sex. So what the Bible says, that the earth is in a great trouble, full of sin, equal to what is called fornication. So fornication is you doing something against God will, and it's about doing something not lawful, not right for you. As simple as that. CP is drained away from who? Moonlight reversed. He tried to contact me. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to contact me, I'm not really in the mood today to go in Skype. I guess we lost connection for a second, maybe, or for a few seconds. I don't know if you guys heard me. I was saying, is this guy is a sheikh? Like he is a good meal or very skinny? Let us open Skype and see how good he is. Now we open Skype, we will see that they will not call us. Usually that's what they do. Here we go. My Skype is open. Please text me. The one who is saying he want to talk to me. Give me your name so I will find who is, because I have too many texts here. What is that? What is the name of the person who want to talk to me? Is guys the video running fine? Am I heard? Okay, my Skype is open. Where is the Abdul who wanna call me and he is desperate to talk to me? And he claimed we are running away from him. Where are you? I receive a message from a person who left Islam, and he said to me, my father, he dishonored me, and yeah, because he left Islam, you know, he says like he don't want to see him no more. Let me give him a message. No, not worry. Where is the Abdul who was desperate to call me? What happened? Where is the one who was so excited? Christian Prince is running away. My Skype is open. Do you see? I mean, they are just kids. They don't dare. Where are you? We have a person saying Muslim here. Okay, let's see this person here. Let us lower the speaker temporarily. We are ringing him, so. This guy is not answering. Okay, well, he's not answering. What we can do? Where is the brave Muslims who want to talk to me? So you made me go in YouTube and in Skype, open my Skype, and it turned to be that you are a potato. Huh? They were very excited, and you know. Somebody sent me a message saying they cannot find my book in Amazon, Quran and Science in Depth. You know those Amazon? They are playing games for sure. And yeah, I can see it's not showing. Yeah. Very filthy company. Maybe we should publish it in Google, you know. So where is the Muhammadan? The one whose name is Elias. What happened to you, Elias? Where is your potato? Hello? You see, when they want to debate David Wood, they will see a long line of them. They want to debate him. Here, there are potatoes. Any Muhammadan? Mayday, Mayday. CP is never defending, just opposing. Something angry, I think, must have loved before. I have no idea what does that mean. I think you are qualified to write Quran too. So that's it. Are we out of them? Where is the Muslims who were saying they wanted to call me? Okay, shall I exit Skype? Hey, the Abdul, where is the Abdul? Where is the one is so exciting, we want to call you? What happened? I mean, what you will lose if you call me anyway? Do you know that Allah will give you a reward just for calling me because you want to defend Islam? And you know what does that mean? That will increase your balance in the heaven. You will get extra women, their butt will be bigger. You can name it, I mean extra, a lot of extra. Your private part will be special, you know. Maybe Allah will provide you and sunglasses for your eye, you know, for your private part. Because remember that women in heaven, their private part is so shiny. I don't want you to go blind. The first shiny private part in the world, actually, it was the private part of Muhammad's mother. According to the hadith, when she gave birth to him, a light came out from her holy vagina and reached all the way the palaces of Damascus. And all Muslims, they knew the hadith. This is why if I'm a Muslim and I want to go to the bedroom, you know, I have to wear a welding glasses for, you know, in case, you know, never know. It might be so shiny. Right? And look at them. Any Muslim, he would dare to say this is a lie? They don't dare. Look at them. Look. Not even one of them say this is a lie. Because this is what they say in their books. And the funny is that nobody saw the light coming from her, Muhammad's mother vagina. I mean, the whole people of Quraysh never saw it. How the light went all the way to Damascus, and why it's going in the direction of Damascus? I mean, light goes in every direction. Is that a beam light? Maybe she have a headlight there. You know what? Maybe when she was laying down, her legs, I mean, her was facing Damascus. I mean, at least when you make a lie, make it, you know, come on. And what? Oh, so the light came out from the roof, like what Muhammad's mother, she was giving birth in the roof, in the top. How the light came out? Well, you missed the part where David Wood says if somebody need a free access because he cannot afford, he will give a free access. He is not forcing anyone to join. Yeah, my friend, I'm not talking about David anyway. But as long as you mentioned this, it should be free access to everybody. Aren't you getting donation in Patreon? So what the donation in Patreon for? And then the same as people, they donate to you, they donate. What, this is a free trial, you know? I wasn't, maybe you came late. I'm not talking about David. I'm talking about somebody asked me to do community free trial, something like that. Maybe he was trying to copy others. But our work here should not be you pay me and then you are welcome. And if you are poor, send me an email and I will give you, we will look at it. You know, that is not right. You know, obviously this is a service made for those who can afford it, not the one who cannot afford it. You know, if you are poor, well, all the people are poor. How many people are not poor? What is the percentage of those who have money with those who don't? So we are making service for those who have no, you know, money, or we have making service for those who have money. Very important question for me. Should I look for a very important answer before you ask it? Let me open my document to search for very important question answer. Because there's many people who claim to have knowledge. They have, you know, they have list of things, question answers. They search them from the internet, they put them there. And when people ask them, why you are not married, what's your business? Why you want me to get married? Did I do anything to you? Do you hate me? Are you trying to seek revenge or something? Abdurrahmi? Abdurrahmahi? Okay. So what, you want to talk to me or what? I don't know. Hello? Yes, my friend, you are live on air. What do you want to say to us?
Hold on 1 second. Let me put the speaker to this. Oh, what is that? Speaker, video? We don't want video. Turn it off.
Turn it off, no problem.
Okay, great. How you doing?
I'm fine. You are a Muslim, my friend?
I am.
All right. What does that mean?
Well, as I've been told, it's to submit to God.
Where we can find that in the Quran?
I don't think it's in the Quran. Yeah.
No,
I'm not a Quran master, but I've read a lot on the internet. I'm pretty open-minded to everything.
No
So
problem.
yeah.
You see,
Like I really got into a lot of different stuff, like Shia and learning, you know, because I'm Sunni, born Sunni, whatever.
yeah.
But I think I align more with the Shias because I kind of respect their beliefs.
So,
I don't know, you know.
So how you want me to talk to you, as a Shia or as a Sunni?
As a Sunni, because
Okay.
I'm just not the type like, oh, the Shia are kuffar and they should be killed.
Yeah.
Like I don't think
Yeah.
that's true.
Well, you know, my friend, the Quran says in chapter 49, verse number 14, you know, when the Muslims, they say that we submit, that is not really a true. I don't know if you speak Arabic or not. Aslam means surrender. Like Muhammad, he sent messages to the Roman. A letter says, Aslim Taslam. So surrender, you know, this is what Islam means. You surrender to Muhammad, and then you will become his, you know, under his command. You will be safe. You know, you join him. He will be your king, and you will be his slave forever. You surrender. So Islam is to surrender to Muhammad. The excuse is when you surrender to Muhammad, you surrender to God. But the fact, you know, if you want to surrender to God, why I need Muhammad anyway? If God is there, exists before Muhammad, why I need to say Shahada, and the Shahada contain the name of the God and the name of Muhammad. So if you ask me, I believe that Muslims are mushrikeen. You know what mushrikeen mean?
Yeah, they believe in many gods or polytheists.
You associate somebody with God. That's what mushrikeen mean. You associate somebody, and that's what Muslims do. They associate Muhammad with Allah. As an example, if I ask you, where the sun set, what you will say? If Muhammad is here, you know, if Muhammad is here, and Muhammad, he asks you, do you know where is the sunset? What is your answer to him?
Well, I know what he said, but I would say, knowing what we know now, that the centers of the sun's at the center.
No, let us say you do not know. You are at that time.
Okay.
Okay, what
I
you
would
will
say
say?
I don't know.
You will say I don't know. But are you willing to say Allah and His messengers knows best?
Would I say that?
Would you say Allah and His messengers knows best?
Nah, I guess if I was a firm believer in God, I would say God knows best, but maybe not.
So you refuse to say Allah and His messenger know best, because this is associating the knowledge of a man with the knowledge of God, correct?
Fair point. And I want to briefly, brother, because the other day, for whatever reason, I tried to call and I wrote just some minor stuff down, but there's something I didn't write down. Like, I actually read for the first time that the Jews, obviously, you know, just the terminology that Jesus was a false prophet, right? So in the same way, like the Christians didn't accept Muhammad. So like I try to look at Islam then and I try to look at Islam now, you know? Like I didn't know there was such criticism of Muhammad back then. I only thought this was the thing of today. But like, why do you think that it so it's not, I see the criticisms, right? I see that Jesus has a pretty flawless record, right? And then what about all the things that are of, you know, just stuff that we can't make sense out of? Like, I wouldn't say Abraham sacrificing his son, but you know, things like that. Like, okay, here's one point. Solomon, and he had thousands of wives. Why is that different from Muhammad? Why he can't have 16, but Solomon had 1,000 wives and 700 slave women, or however many?
Yeah, well, if you go and see in the Bible, you will see that God, he condemned the behavior of David and anyone who did such a thing. So there is a huge difference between you do it and you do sin, and then God says to you, God bless you, you are good. And then God, he says, no, this is bad. And even like when he decided to build a temple, God, he says to him, I don't want money from you. Your money is, you know, your hand is covered by blood. Don't build a temple for me. I reject your temple. So there's a huge difference between somebody praising somebody for the sin he do and condemning him for the sin he do. The Quran, even Muhammad, he have hadith about it, that Solomon, he wanted to have sex with his 99 wives or 100 wives, and he forgot to say inshallah. So Muhammad, he have no problem with having sex with 100 women in one night, which is a very funny story. But the problem is that Solomon, he forgot to say inshallah. and then Allah gave him a half son, you know. So so when we talk, you see, me as a Christian, if you ask me, I will say, well, David, he was doing bad sin, or whoever, anyone, doesn't matter. We don't cover up for a person because he's famous or because he have a, let us say, a high rank as a prestige or a person, you know, he's a king, or no, we don't, you know. So you know, when Peter, he said something Jesus did not like, he says to him, stay away from me, Satan. So I mean, this is Peter, you know, this is Peter, this is not just anyone. So in the Bible, when somebody he do wrong, we point at him and we say he's wrong. In the Quran, all the gang of Muhammad are good, but they are doing wrong.
Well, in this, yeah, you know, I like to think I have some good points, and they're not points against you. And I appreciate everything you're saying. Like point number one, you know, like Muhammad didn't have any sons, right? Like, so this is the thing with religion. So you could look at it like, oh, Allah tested him. He tested his, you know, if you believe in him, he tests the most. I don't know if it's in Christianity, but of course in Islam, and I would think so, that God tests the most pious, right? So he didn't have any sons that lived. So, but then somebody could say, oh, look, he's a false prophet. If he was loved by Allah, why didn't he have sons like David, Solomon, whatever, you know, sons that lived? And why the sons of Ali, they were killed and poisoned, and the Sunni think, oh, the Shia poisoned them, and the Shia say, oh, you guys killed them, and the Caliphates and the Umayyads and the Abbasids, whatever. So I look at it like what really happened and then what came after. Like, I do see the problems in Islam, but it's like, okay, was that a human problem?
My friend, I don't judge Muhammad for being a false prophet because he don't have kids. What does have to do with being prophet or not? But in Islam, you are, you know, this is what Muhammad, he taught them. You see, Muhammad, he says, Allah, he curse even the seeds. So it's Muhammad teaching brought that on him. But for me as a Christian, let us say you or anyone, you don't have kids. What's your problem? I mean, it's not your fault, right? He did not commit a crime. So we don't judge Muhammad because he could not have a son. That is the most funny thing ever. But the funny is that Muhammad, he say things, it's stupid. And yet he claimed that he received message from God. As you see in front of you, Muhammad, he claimed that the sun goes every day from the east to the west and prostrate itself under the throne of Allah. So if Muhammad is a prophet, I'm not going to look at him if he has sons or not. I will look at what he just said. He just said that the sun goes every day from the east to the west, and then it prostrate itself under the throne of Allah. And different hadith he says, which is according to the Quran, the sun goes in a muddy water. All right?
But then, right, but with religion comes all these sayings, you know, like is that literally? Did he mean that literally? It sounds
Yes,
like
it's me literally. You know, he's talking about the sunset, the story in front of you in YouTube.
Well,
He
I
says-
mean that's literally that's literal, but I mean like prostrating in front of Allah. Maybe the sun. I
No,
don't know.
no. This is, you see, he's asking. He said, "Do you know where the sun goes? The sun is going now. It's sunset." And why we need to find like a solution now for literally or not? Even Muhammad, he quote a verse from the Quran, and he says, and this is the explanation of the Quran saying, "And the sun runs on its fixed course for a term and degree." So even Muhammad is quoting the Quran to explain what he's saying. The Muslims on the other side, in order to make it look nicer, they say, actually the majority of Muslim Sunni, I never saw a Muslim Sunni actually saying this metaphorical. Are you saying now this metaphorical? Because this is the first time I see a Muslim Sunni saying this metaphorical.
No, I'm not even claiming that. I kind of meant,
Okay.
I'm just kind of putting it out there, like maybe the second part where he says it goes in front of Allah, because, you know, anyway.
My friend, the Quran teaches that everything bow down to Allah, etc. And obviously it's not metaphorical, because Muhammad even he claimed that animals, they praise Allah, rocks, they praise Allah, even rocks, they speak to him. When Muhammad, he walk in Mecca, there's a stone, say to Muhammad, Assalamu alaikum, Rasulullah. Stone. You know, speak to Muhammad. So it's not metaphorical, obviously, but isn't it this is alone is enough to prove that Muhammad is a fraud? That the sun goes every day from the east to the west? Isn't it this is enough when Muhammad he says in different hadith that the sun goes and sit in a muddy spring, hot spring of water? Is that metaphorical?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think
so. If Muhammad,
well, what about the hadith?
If Muhammad is a prophet, then he's saying what prophets say. If he is talking, he is receiving his knowledge from his God. So when Muhammad he says such a statement, I do not care if I have children or not. But even the story of having children, it's very funny. Do you know that Muhammad he claimed that he used to be the most weak person in sex between all mankind, and then he invoked his God, and then Allah he sent him a dish of al-kufayt. I don't know if you know what al-kufayt, like kufta, you know, kufta.
Oh, yeah.
So Allah he sent him kufta. Muhammad he ate it. He got the power of 40 men. I mean, his story. This is a story of a mad person. This is not a story of somebody. He have a brain. I mean, this is like somebody is taking hashish, drugs. You know, what kind of a prophet he go in public and he says, I was the most weak person between all mankind, and then I invoke my God, and then he sent me a dish of al-kufayt. I ate it, I get the power of 40. Do you yourself, do you really believe in such a thing?
I think the sexual...
Now, do you believe that God, he will send a dish of shish kebab to fix a private part of a man?
I really don't.
Okay,
don't.
so obviously Muhammad is a false prophet. I mean,
well, how do we know? I'm sorry.
My friend, isn't it? This is enough. I mean, all of this is the Quran is wrong. I have tons of his stories false.
Okay, I'm sorry. So like Jesus' miracles, right?
Yeah.
Compared to Muhammad's miracles.
Muhammad had no miracles. Where is the miracles?
That's the thing. The splitting of the moon and
no. You see, let me take you. There's, you see,
like, how do we know Jesus did those things? Like, we know he healed the leper.
When Jesus he did miracle, there's thousands of witnesses, and Muhammad himself he could not deny it. But we will not take Muhammad to witness for Jesus. But you can say how I know I wasn't there. You can say that, no problem. But you cannot say that Jesus is lying, because Jesus never claimed anything.